Everyone wants their piece of meat to come out tender and juicy. There are lots of tips and tricks for achieving just that. One way is to use something called a meat tenderizer. Often sold as a mysterious white powder or sometimes as a liquid. What is this magical material? Where does it come from? And what does it do? Meat tenderizers are actually enzymes. Enzymes are proteins that speed up chemical reactions in biological systems. Enzymes have a special shape that is specific to a reaction, meaning they can be extremely selective in what kind of reactions they help with. Meat tenderizers are a class of enzyme called proteases, which basically means they act on other proteins to break them down into smaller chains of amino acids. Where do we get these meat tenderizers? They might sound like something invented in a lab, but they're actually natural. They're most commonly found in and isolated from fruits like papaya, pineapples, figs, kiwi, and even a rhizome like ginger. That means adding their juices can help to tenderize your meat, as well as add some flavor and seasoning. So regardless if you're adding the fruit itself or the powder or liquid that comes from the grocery store, what do these meat tenderizers do to your meat? Like we said, these meat tenderizers break down proteins in meat. Looking at papain, which is the protease that comes from papayas, it primarily breaks down myofibrils and collagen. Myofibrils are kind of like strings in a pulley. They tighten, causing muscles to contract. When cooking meat, they start to come together and coagulate, which causes meat to get firmer as it cooks, but also squeezes out moisture. By breaking down these myofibrils with the meat tenderizer, the coagulation is reduced, the meat is less firm, and retains more of its moisture. Collagen is the scaffolding that holds the fibers together. When meat is cooked for a long time at a high enough temperature, collagen starts to dissolve into gelatin, part of what creates that fall-off-the-bone texture of barbecue. Meat tenderizers instead break down collagen in a different way without the need for long cook times, causing the structure between fibers to weaken and further reducing that firmness of the meat. So how do you use a meat tenderizer? Well, as enzymes, they work on biological systems, and so they generally work better at biological pHs. They also like higher temperatures. That means your meat tenderizers work best around neutral pH, generally between 6 and 8, and also work significantly better at higher temperatures in the range of 140 to 170 Fahrenheit or about 60 to 75 Celsius. So don't add lemon juice or any other kind of acid to your marinade if you're going to use a meat tenderizer. The acidic conditions will greatly reduce the effectiveness of the meat tenderizing. And also, the meat tenderizer won't do much in the refrigerator. It works while you're cooking. Finally, because meat tenderizers are enzymes, they're actually really big molecules, and so they don't penetrate very well past the surface. You can help them out in two ways. Either use a syringe to inject them inside, or poke holes all over to aid in better penetration. So next time you cook up some meat, think about how you can change the texture and taste with a meat tenderizer. Make sure to like and subscribe for more food history and science weekly. Thanks for watching.